Wow.
At least 25 people have been confirmed dead, and dozens remain unaccounted for, following a devastating flash flood that struck central Texas on July 4, 2025. Among those missing are more than 20 girls from Camp Mystic near Hunt, where cabins were swept away after more than a foot of rain fell overnight. Meteorologists described this as a once-in-a-century flood event. Kerr and Kendall counties were among the most severely impacted, as the Guadalupe River rose over 26 feet in under an hour, wiping out homes, roads, and entire neighborhoods. Dramatic scenes showed vehicles being washed downstream and houses collapsing into raging currents.
That's terrible.
Search and rescue teams continue to operate by air and water, although damaged roads and widespread power outages have significantly hampered emergency efforts. Kerrville Mayor Joe Herring Jr., visibly shaken, declared a state of disaster and urged residents to stay vigilant.
We will not stop. We will rescue those in peril, and we will find those who are missing. But I'd also ask, please pray for our community. This is a hard day, and there will be hard days to come. Pray for us. We covet your prayers. Thank you.
The scale of devastation is unprecedented. More than 300 homes in Kerrville were either destroyed or made uninhabitable. Entire neighborhoods were swallowed by floodwaters, toppling trees, and snapping utility poles. Over 5,000 residents lost power after transformers failed. The business district was heavily impacted, with over 50 commercial properties, including medical clinics and grocery stores, damaged. Initial damage estimates already exceed $120 million, covering residential areas, businesses, and public infrastructure. Kerrville reported 24 deaths, with an additional fatality in Kendall County. One of the most heartbreaking incidents involves the disappearance of 23 girls, aged 12 to 15, from Camp Mystic near Hunt. They vanished after floodwaters swept through their cabins during the early morning hours of July 4th. 3 survivors were found clinging to trees nearly 3 miles downstream and are being treated for hypothermia. As of the latest updates, 3 of the missing girls, Lainey Landry, Renee Smeister, and Sarah Marsh, have been confirmed deceased. Efforts continue to locate the remaining missing children.
Kerrville is trying to wash away, you guys. This is insane.
Nearby communities, including Ingram and Comfort, also suffered severe consequences. In Ingram, 4 RV parks were completely destroyed, with trailers either carried into ravines or stacked together by floodwaters. 5 residents are still unaccounted for. In Comfort, the Guadalupe River surged 26 feet in just 45 minutes, overtopping a levee designed for 20-foot floods. 2 bridges collapsed, isolating local ranches, and the Comfort Airport runway remained underwater for 48 hours, grounding emergency flights. Rural roads throughout Kendall County remain closed, and a dam breach near Center Point caused a secondary flood wave that inundated 4 subdivisions. San Angelo and Tom Green County faced severe flooding as well, receiving up to 10 inches of rain overnight, 10 times their normal July rainfall.
Gabriel, Saturday morning, about 8:15.
Officials urged residents to shelter in place as streets flooded rapidly and conditions turned hazardous. Dry soil quickly became oversaturated, worsening the flash flood risk. Agricultural damage was extensive across Kerr, Kendall, Bandera, Gillespie, and Llano counties. At least 700 cattle drowned, and barns, feed silos, and fences were washed away. Polluted floodwaters threaten further losses through contaminated feed and pasture. Water systems failed in several communities after treatment plants were compromised. Kerrville and Ingram issued boil water notices to protect public health, while raw water turbidity in rural Kendall County spiked to over 500 NTU, far above safe limits. Comfort's water system was offline for 72 hours, and officials estimate it will take at least 10 days to fully restore clean water.
Happy Saturday, y'all. Oh my God. It is flooding out here in Central Texas. We just got a notice that we need to evacuate my apartment. That is high. Like normally, I want to say that this is probably a good 12 feet above ground or more. Thankfully, we up here on the second floor. But the rain is continuing to come. It's supposed to rain all day, and it's getting pretty crazy.
Schools and community centers have been converted into emergency shelters, now housing more than 1,200 evacuees. Hospitals are treating numerous injuries, including lacerations, hypothermia, and infections caused by exposure to polluted water. The flooding was triggered by a stalled mesoscale convective system that funneled warm, moist air from the Gulf over the hill country from July 3rd into July 4th. Rescue and recovery operations involve more than 800 personnel from FEMA, the National Guard, Coast Guard, fire departments, EMS, and sheriff's offices. Helicopters, drones, and sonar-equipped boats continue surveying flooded areas and aiding in rescue efforts. Utility workers are working around the clock to restore power to over 3,000 homes and businesses. Despite the overwhelming conditions, coordination among city, county, and federal teams remains strong, helping to prevent additional loss of life. The catastrophic flooding has left an indelible mark on these Texas communities. Many families face unimaginable loss and uncertainty as they await news of missing loved ones. The scale of devastation, whether through lost lives, injuries, or destroyed homes and livelihoods, will shape the region's recovery for years. Yet, the courage, unity, and resilience shown by residents and first responders reflect the unwavering spirit of these communities in the face of overwhelming adversity.